You are currently living in a war zone. It is not a war fought with guns or bombs, but a silent, invisible war fought within the confines of your own skull. Every day, your peace is besieged by an army of anxieties, regrets, and endless distractions that demand your attention. We are the most technologically advanced civilization in history, yet we are perhaps the most mentally exhausted. We have conquered the mountains and the oceans, but we have failed to conquer the noise in our own minds. We look for peace in pills, in purchases, and in pleasures, only to find that the silence we crave remains elusive. But what if the cure for this modern madness was written down thousands of years ago? What if the secrets to an unshakable mind were discovered by men who owned nothing but a robe and a bowl? The ancient Zen masters did not withdraw from the world because they were weak. They withdrew to forge a strength that the world could not break. They discovered that peace is not a destination you reach. It is a manner of traveling. It is a secret art of seeing reality without the distortion of the ego. Today, we will open the dusty scrolls of history. We will walk through the 10 gates of Zen wisdom to uncover the ancient secrets for a peaceful mind. The Zen masters often compared the perfect mind to a clear mirror. A mirror reflects red when red is before it, and it reflects green when green is before it. But here is the secret. The mirror does not hold on to the red after the red has gone. It does not yearn for the green before the green arrives. It simply reflects what is in this exact moment, without judgment and without attachment. We suffer because our minds are not like mirrors. They are like photographic film. We try to capture every moment, freezing the insults, the hurts, and the pleasures, layering them on top of each other until our vision is obscured. We carry the ghost of yesterday's argument into today's breakfast. To have a peaceful mind, you must learn the art of reflection without retention. Let the event pass through you. Be the mirror. Allow the world to dance in front of you, but do not try to trap the dancer. The Taoist sage Zhuangzi told a story of a man crossing a river. If he sees an empty boat drifting downstream and crashing into his vessel, he might be annoyed, but he will not be angry. However, if he sees a person steering that boat into him, he will shout, curse, and feel personally attacked. The collision is the same, the damage is the same, but the anger arises only because he perceives intent. The ancient secret is this: everyone is an empty boat. The person who insulted you, the driver who cut you off, the boss who was rude, they are all empty boats drifting on the currents of their own conditioning. They are driven by their traumas, their upbringing, and their bad days, often with no conscious intent to hurt you. They are not steering. They are drifting. When you realize that the world is not acting against you, but simply acting, your anger evaporates. You do not yell at the wind for blowing. See the people around you as empty boats, and you will navigate the river of life with grace. We spend our lives trying to carve ourselves into something impressive. We add titles, possessions, and masks, believing that complexity adds value. Zen and Taoism speak of Pu, the uncarved block. This represents the state of pure potential, simple and honest, before it was manipulated by desire. The secret to peace is not becoming more, but becoming less. It is returning to your original nature, the part of you that was content before society told you to want more. Complexity creates anxiety. Simplicity creates clarity. The uncarved block is stronger than the intricate statue because it has not been weakened by the chisel. Drop the need to be someone. There is a profound peace in being no one, in being simple, honest, and real. Imagine a pond that has been disturbed. The mud has risen from the bottom, clouding the water so you can no longer see the fish or the reflection of the moon. This is the state of the anxious mind that is continuously doing fixing, analyzing, and obsessing. If you jump into the pond and try to push the mud down with your hands, you only create more turbulence. The ancient secret to clarity is non-action, or wu wei. The only way to clear the water is to leave it alone. You must step back on the bank and wait. In the silence of non-interference, the mud settles on its own accord and the water returns to crystal clarity. Peace is not something you force. It is what remains when you stop stirring up the sediment of your thoughts. Trust the process of settling. There is a famous Zen parable of a man being chased by a tiger. He runs to a cliff edge and swings down on a vine to escape, only to see a dragon waiting below. Caught between the tiger of the past and the dragon of the future, he notices a wild strawberry growing from a crack in the rock. He plucks it and eats it. How sweet it is, he says. This story is the ultimate secret of mindfulness. The past, the tiger, will always haunt you, and the future, the dragon, will always threaten you. But the only place where life actually happens is right here on the vine. To find peace is to find the strawberry in the midst of the crisis. It is the ability to savor the small joy of this breath, this sip of tea, this moment of sunlight, even when danger looms. If you miss the strawberry, you miss your life. Two monks were traveling together, a senior and a junior. They came to a river with a strong current where a young woman was waiting, afraid to cross. The senior monk picked her up, carried her across the river, and set her down on the other bank. The monks continued on their way in silence. Hours later, the junior monk could no longer contain himself. "Brother, we are monks. We are not permitted to touch women. How could you do that?" The senior monk looked at him and smiled. "Brother, I put that woman down hours ago at the river. Why are you still carrying her?" This is the secret of the heavy sack. We carry the burdens of the past, the insults, the mistakes, the guilt long after the event has finished. The event lasted a minute, but you have carried it for a decade. To have a peaceful mind, you must learn to set the sack down. The Buddha said, "My teachings are like a finger pointing to the moon. Do not look at the finger, or you will miss all that heavenly glory." We live in a world of words, concepts, and labels. We mistake the menu for the meal and the map for the territory. We argue about the definition of peace instead of experiencing peace. We read books about meditation instead of meditating. The ancient secret is to transcend the intellect. You cannot think your way into Zen. You must feel your way into it. Stop analyzing the finger. Stop obsessed over the words. Look where they are pointing to the silence within you. Direct experience is the only truth. Everything else is just a shadow. In a world that worships productivity, the most radical act you can perform is shikantaza, just sitting. This is not sitting to relax or sitting to think. It is sitting with no goal, no aim, and no desire for gain. It is the practice of being completely useless to the world for a few moments. When you sit with a goal, even the goal. To become calm, you create tension. You create a gap between where you are and where you want to be. But when you just sit, you declare that this moment is already complete. You are not waiting for the future. You are arriving in the now. This is the ultimate secret. There is nothing to achieve. You are already the Buddha. You are just dreaming that you are not. Stop striving. Just be. Narrator. We torture ourselves with the demand for perfection, the perfect body, the perfect career, the perfect life. This is a form of violence against reality. Zen embraces wabi-sabi, the beauty of the imperfect, the impermanent, and the incomplete. It is the appreciation of the crack in the teacup, the moss on the wall, the wrinkle on the face. The ancient secret is that flaws are not mistakes. They are history. They are the evidence that you have lived, fought, and survived. When you accept yourself as a work in progress, the pressure dissolves. You stop fighting your own humanity. Peace comes not when you finally become perfect, but when you realize that imperfection is the natural state of the universe. Embrace your cracks. That is how the light gets in. The Zen master Shunryu Suzuki said, "In the beginner's mind there are many possibilities, but in the expert's there are few." We suffer because we think we know everything. We think we know who we are. We think we know how the day will go. And we think we know what people think of us. This knowledge is a cage. It prevents us from seeing the magic that is right in front of our eyes. The secret is to cultivate Shoshin beginner's mind. It is the ability to look at your familiar life as if you are seeing it for the very first time. When you drop your assumptions, boredom disappears. Every breath becomes a new event. Every face becomes a mystery. Empty your cup of knowledge. Live with the curiosity of a child and the wisdom of a sage. These secrets are not keys to a locked door. They are reminders that the door was never locked. The peace you are searching for is not in the Himalayas, nor is it in the future. It is woven into the very fabric of your being. You do not need to become something new. You simply need to unbecome everything that is not you. Be the mirror. Let the muddy water settle. Eat the strawberry. The war is over, my friend. You can put down your weapon. You can rest. Walk gently in this world. The silence is waiting for you.